The battle for smartphone supremacy has transitioned from a clash of titans to a thrilling saga, where Blackberry, the reigning champion, was dethroned by the daring challenger, Apple. Picture a time when the click-clack of a physical keyboard dominated mobile communication, where security and enterprise email reigned supreme, and the term app was barely a whisper. This was the landscape that Blackberry, then known as Research in Motion, commanded. Then, an elegant device with no physical buttons, a glowing screen, and a revolutionary way of interacting with technology emerged, forever changing the world of mobile phones. This narrative isn't just about one company surpassing another. It's a dramatic story of shifting paradigms, foresight versus complacency, and an audacious bet on the future of personal technology. Apple didn't just create a better phone, it redefined what a phone could be, sparking a consumer revolution that left its formidable rival in the dust. Get ready to explore the epic tale of how Apple triumphed over Blackberry, filled with innovation, strategic brilliance, and a few critical missteps that reshaped the digital age. Before the iPhone made its grand entrance, Blackberry was the undisputed monarch of the mobile world, particularly within corporate and government agencies. Its devices were more than mere phones. They functioned as secure, efficient communication hubs, easily recognized by their iconic physical QWERTY keyboards and blinking red notification lights. In the early 2000s, owning a Blackberry became a status symbol, favored by busy executives, politicians, and those needing constant access to email. The phenomenon known as Crackberry addiction emerged from the convenience of push email, allowing messages to arrive instantly without the need for constant checking. Blackberry's success rested on several key pillars. The Blackberry Enterprise Server provided top-tier encryption and device management, establishing it as the gold standard for corporate IT departments. Data security was paramount, and IT administrators had granular control over devices. The physical keyboard, which may seem outdated now, was revolutionary for mobile typing. Coupled with the push email system, it enabled effortless and speedy email management on the go. BlackBerry Messenger's proprietary messaging service was years ahead of its time, providing secure, instant communication among BlackBerry users. It functioned as a social network before social networks became common, creating a powerful and exclusive ecosystem for its users. BlackBerry phones were renowned for their robust build quality and impressive battery life, which were essential for professionals spending long hours away from chargers. BlackBerry's dominance was not just about market share, it was deeply integrated into the workflow and culture of the corporate world, creating a seemingly impenetrable moat around its business. While BlackBerry celebrated its peak, a different kind of revolution was emerging in Cupertino, California. Steve Jobs, Apple's visionary co-founder, had a radical idea: to reinvent the phone. This wasn't about creating a better version of what already existed. It was about imagining a completely new experience. In January 2007, Jobs took the stage and famously announced, "Today, Apple is going to reinvent the phone." He unveiled the iPhone, describing it as an iPod, a phone, and an internet communicator all in one device. The reaction from many, especially those loyal to BlackBerry, ranged from skepticism to outright dismissal. "It has no physical keyboard," they scoffed. "How will anyone type emails? It's a toy, not a business tool." However, what BlackBerry executives viewed as weaknesses, Jobs saw as revolutionary strengths. The multi-touch display was the iPhone's true magic. Instead of tiny buttons or a stylus, users interacted directly with the screen using their fingers. Features like pinch to zoom, fluid scrolling, and intuitive gestures opened up a new world for browsing the web, viewing photos, and navigating applications. User experience first, Apple's philosophy focused on simplicity and elegance. The iPhone's interface was clean, intuitive, and visually appealing, prioritizing ease of use even for complex tasks. Compared to the often clunky interfaces of existing smartphones, the iPhone felt like a breath of fresh air. BlackBerry's web browsing capabilities were rudimentary at best. The iPhone, with its large screen and Safari browser, offered a genuinely rich internet experience on a mobile device, complete with real web pages instead of stripped-down mobile versions. Initially, Apple did not fully understand the monumental impact that was to come. The first iPhone was launched without an app store, and third-party applications were limited. However, Steve Jobs, always attentive to consumer and developer needs, quickly recognized the potential. In July 2008, the App Store launched with just 500 applications. This move was a gamble, as it opened the iPhone to external developers. Yet, it proved to be the single most decisive factor in Apple's success. The App Store was a game-changer because, suddenly, anyone with an idea and coding skills could create an application for the iPhone. This led to an explosion of innovation, spanning games, entertainment, productivity tools, and niche utilities. The App Store was not just a place to download software. It was a vibrant, self-sustaining ecosystem that continually added value to the iPhone. Each new app made the device more versatile, personal, and indispensable. People began purchasing iPhones not only for the phone itself, but for the unique and ever-expanding universe of apps it offered. This shift in focus moved away from hardware specifications to prioritizing the overall user experience and the digital content available. Developers could now earn money from their creations, incentivizing even more innovation and leading to a virtuous cycle of growth. Additionally, Apple took a percentage from every sale, creating a massive new revenue stream. In contrast, Blackberry was slow to react. Its own app world launched later and struggled to attract developers, offering only a fraction of the applications available on the App Store. The core issue was that BlackBerry's operating system and development tools were not designed for the rich, graphical, and constantly evolving applications thriving on iOS. While Apple embraced the future, BlackBerry remained anchored in the past. The company's leadership underestimated the consumer market, believing that their enterprise focus and physical keyboards would protect them. They viewed the iPhone as a niche consumer gadget, not a threat to their business stronghold. BlackBerry's first attempt at a full touchscreen phone, the BlackBerry Storm, was a disaster. Released in 2008, it suffered from a unique, clickable screen that felt awkward, a buggy operating system, and a severe lack of applications. This alienated both loyal BlackBerry users who missed the keyboard and potential new users seeking an iPhone alternative. While Apple focused on fluid gestures and visual appeal, BlackBerry's operating system remained largely text-heavy and cumbersome for touch interaction. They attempted to adapt their enterprise-focused system to a consumer-friendly form factor, but it proved unsuccessful. Despite mounting evidence of the shifting market, BlackBerry's management was slow to adapt to the changing market. Their attachment to the physical keyboard and their belief in the superiority of their secure enterprise model blinded them to the significant changes occurring in the industry. By 2010, the iPhone, along with Google's Android, was rapidly taking away BlackBerry's market share. Consumers were no longer satisfied with just email and basic browsing. They craved rich multimedia experiences, endless app choices, and intuitive interfaces that Apple provided. Today, BlackBerry has largely exited the smartphone hardware business, shifting its focus to cybersecurity and enterprise software. Meanwhile, Apple has become one of the world's most valuable companies, with the iPhone remaining a cornerstone of its empire. Like, comment, and subscribe for more videos.